What's up, nerds? Welcome to Not Good Enough Gaming, the channel where Andy plays games so you don't have to. This is the next episode of the Luck of the Draw series. 6 teams, 4 rounds, 1 ultimate epic winner. Take it away, Andy.
Hello, can you hear me now? God damn it. I'm Brand. Hold on. Let's try this again. Welcome back, or welcome to the Not Good Enough Gaming channel. I'm your host, Andy. Yep, on brand, ladies and gentlemen. On brand. Yeah, I'm still a year and a half, 2 years into this. I'm still trying to figure out the difference between the different scenes, technically. Where I push the button and it goes to, different stuff. Apparently you can have different audio things on there. I don't know. I give myself like 90 minutes a day to do any of this stuff, and I'm trying to learn video editing, audio, everything else. So yeah, Streamlabs is not really up there. It probably should be, since it's like the powerhouse of how I'm putting all the stuff together. But anyway, I saw your mouth moving. Well, yes, thank you. Oh, you forgive me. Okay, thank you. Yes, I was saying that for you ever so few loyal subscribers and followers of mine, you might have noticed that I was not here last week, or I was not online last week. Now, I was having a medical thing done and everything's fine. Don't need to worry. You can stop your worrying right now. But yeah, everything's fine. I was not prepared to do anything last week, and turns out I'm not prepared either this week. So I threw together some matches. I don't have the fancy graphics, but that's okay. It's taking us back to our roots. Back when my computer was screaming 30 frames a second for 500 characters on the field. So, yes, winging it for sure. We are winging it tonight. Going back to our old school roots, which is totally fine. Got it written down. Here we go. So, match number 1 we got tonight. We are going to do some Cavemens versus Weenyworms. Now, this should be interesting. Also, so much buffering in those days. Oh, yes. Yeah, the suspense. The suspense was great. If you can't really hear the game, also let me know, chat, because I'm trying to work on the audio levels, okay? So, Cavemen, supposed to be 83,000 of these guys, almost 82,000. And the Weenyworms were supposed to have 100,000, but it looks like we have 94,000, but that's totally fine. We are on a different map. This is City of Troy, and let's get this going. Huh? Let me turn my volume down. God forbid we have feedback. I meant that in an audio form, not in you lovely viewers and commenters. Yes, this is City of Troy. Oh my god. And there they are. There they are. The Weenyworms. Slithering in. Crossing the bridge like proper little hot dogs they are. Oh, this is going to be interesting, folks. You know how much I love choke points. Okay, doing a little worm dance. And we get the Caveman. Never seen these guys in action yet. This should be interesting. Yes, never gets old. I love choke points, because it just drags it out, man. And the Caveman not waiting any seconds there, just knocking the crap out of the weenies. The Weenyworms. Turns out it's going to be their new favorite snack. Weenyworms looks like they are going to get obliterated this matchup. These Cavemen working together as one. Kind of reminds me of the movie Year One with Jack Black. And the other dude that always plays like a wimpy kid, like Michael Cera, I think that's his name. Oh god, they are just... Alright boys, we're gonna slowly send them in. I mean, just look at the huge horde of cavemen. And we got some action going on the other side here, folks. Cavemen are already at the bridge here, trying to... Oh my god. This is going to be interesting. So they kind of look like zombies, but they're not. They're cavemen. And we got another horde over here pushing hard. Oh, we got some Weenyworms coming across. So the cavemen's land has been impacted already by the Weenyworms. The infection is coming over the bridge. So it looks like there's multiple bridges. Yes, you're absolutely right, Turtlyless. They are never going to win that way. Yes, just a few across at a time. Yeah, I mean, come on. But, you know, oh, choke points, yes. Yes, bridges. Bridge after bridge. Love it. So many bridges. Wish the overall map was a little more clear on the bridge placement. Okay, looks like there's a bun-to-bun traffic jam. Cavemen are slowly making their way across. All the cavemen are still on the map. 1,200 have fallen. And the cavemen are knocking the buns off the bridge. Look at them go. They're gonna be all soggy now. But anyway, Jesus Christ. So I got some other matches lined up as usual. You know, this hopefully this won't take all night. The other matches, spoiler alert, they use projectiles, so it should go a little bit faster. That's all right if this one is the longest. Not that it really matters, but your boy's tired. 3 cavemen have fallen already. Oh my goodness, compared to 1450 Weenyworms. Alright, well, let's get some aerial views here. And the cavemen are trying to get on the bridge. Smacking away. Cavemen trying to go across the river? That's interesting. And it's looking good over there. That looks like the two main center forces are going up that way. And the cavemen are pushing through. They are doing their best. Doesn't look like the way that the characters are built, Weenyworms can stack up any more dense than that. Which is alright. They're freaky looking. You know what I'm saying? Oh my god. There's so many of them. But the good news is not all the characters spawned in. That's totally fine. Smack, smack, smack. Alright. Smack, smack, smack. 11 cavemen have fallen. These guys. Turtlyless, are you able to hear the cavemen swinging away and smacking the buns? Just want to test my settings. Low, yes. Awesome, thanks. It's a little quieter than usual. Oh, you've heard it before. Oh. Alright, well, I'm turning it up. What about now? Because unfortunately, I can't hear the game the way that I got things arranged. But that's totally fine. That's better. Awesome. Alright. Moving on over here, I guess. Jesus. 92,000 Weenyworms. Ooh, my god. They're all over the place like a damn plague. They're like locusts. It's one of the plagues from the ancient Egypt. Man, bun-to-bun traffic. That is a pretty good one, if I do say so myself. So, my sand dollar is on the cavemen. That's for sure. You can't hear the sounds at all? Well, see, here's the thing. I'm not wearing headphones, right? I got this new fancy mic. Moving around and all the stuff, right? It's on a little boom arm. So I turn the sound down on the screen, which is the normal and whatnot for me, because it's a smart TV, right? But I use it as my screen. Now, what would happen is the microphone might start picking up the sound from the game, and then that will be input as a microphone sound, and then it'll just start feeding on itself, and it'll get ugly, you know. What's that? Like, it's an audio loop or something? Echo? Yeah? Echo? Get it? Echo. Tough crowd. Wow, what a great audience. Alright, I think the Weenyworms are weaning down. 91,662. And they're just staring. I tell you what, if there was ever a remake of Game of Thrones, these should be the White Walkers. I mean, that's scary as hell. With them eyes just staring. No face. Just the eyes. Just waiting to die. No. Huh. I'm getting a little soggy. Right. We got some splashing going on over here, guys. Playing around in the water. Waiting your turn. Nice. Okay, cavemen are moving along on the bridge around the same distance here. Or the same pace, I should say. One hot dog at a time. Jesus. Cavemen also made it all the way over the bridge. Excellent. Now, that's just silly looking. These hot dogs. Alright, so, donut formation, boys. Let's start pushing our way through. Fascinating. Oh no, there they go. Alright, this is interesting. So, it's like bridgeception. There's a bridge over there, then there's another bridge. Then we got two main bridges over here. The force of the Weenyworms are over there. And I doubt they are making... So this is a little island over here. I doubt they're pushing over this way. I mean, there's a bridge way in the distance. But there's the rest of the forces over here. Okay, so they're not going that far. Their buns can't take it, I guess. But these goddamn choke points, man. Alright, cavemen are making their mark over here. They are gonna start bringing all their forces over on that bridge. And same with over here. And this is the majority of the caveman force. And they're about to reach land here as well. Excellent stuff, guys. Ever so slightly. One step at a time. It is kind of trippy. I mean, if I was a caveman and I'd see, I mean, I don't know, should I try to throw a pokeball at these guys or, you know, stab them with a stick and throw them over a fire? One dog at a time. One dog at a time. Those damn eyes, man. Caveman starting to rush in. Look at them go. Defensive positions turning into offensive positions. Just knocking them down the hill. They won't be able to do anything in the water. Can't tell if these cavemen are covered in blood, Kool-Aid, or ketchup. 90,000 Weenyworms and 70,000 cavemen. Over 100 cavemen have fallen to this campaign against the dogs. It's a lot of wieners. All up the hill too. Jeez, oh my god, they're everywhere. Now I know why the cavemen are hell-bent on this. Alright, they have made landfall over on bridge number 1. It's awesome. Almost on bridge number 2. Almost about to make landfall. And we already know that bridge number 3A. And then this is 3B. I guess you can call it that. Or bridge 4. But yeah, oh man, that's just a crazy caveman mob. You know, this reminds me, I do need to check in with my auto insurance. Make sure that I have good updated rates. Did you see that one just fall and get back up? These guys are resilient. Alright, so the dogs are slowly sending them into the death. And landfall on bridge number 2. Good job, boys. Blinding. Alright, let's see. Take it away, autocam. Let's get some awesome shots, shall we? Whack, whack, whack. Whack, whack, whack. This is so crazy. Yeah, isn't it? Like, so I've been watching this TV show that came out in 1997. It's Stargate SG-1. Now, I watched it when it was on TV, but the problem is that back with cable, you couldn't really watch things sequentially, so I would never really know what was happening, right? And turns out it's kind of like a linear storyline. You know, like some of these shows will have the same cast, right? And then every day it's a new adventure, and then it, for the most part, would never really pertain to episode, or maybe you'll have like a part 1 and 2, but like every episode is brand new. It just kind of resets, right? Turns out, no, the storyline just continues on, right? And they bring back, old cast or old characters, like and from other seasons or whatever. So, so it's cool, and so I've been binging that, right? And this got me wondering, because if you're not familiar with what this show is, it's basically there's this portal device created by some ancient race that did interstellar travel, right? So they went to all these different planets and whatnot, and they have all these devices. So they're called Stargates. Obviously, it's in the name, right? So it's a portal. You go in. Well, there's like a dialing system, right? So you put in the address of the other Stargate that you want to go to. You plug it in, and then you go through, and then you're on the other side, right? So it's exploration and all that stuff. So, I mean, shit like this, I mean, come on. Like, who's to say that can't be a thing? You got hot dogs the size of pigs. Like, I would be terrified. And who's to say that they will be hostile or not hostile, right? I mean, it'll be indigenous to the planet, but still, I'd be like the caveman. Grab a big old club and start whacking away. But slowly but surely, the caveman, I believe, is going to prevail. 86,000 Weenyworms are left, and we have 62,000 cavemen. So there was already about a 20,000 difference, the advantage to the Weenyworms, right? I mean, as much progress as the cavemen are doing, that would suck if they were just, outlasted by the Weenyworms. I mean, that would suck for the caveman. Clearly, I mean, if you're for the Weenyworms, of course, that would be great victory. Oh my, so the cavemen are doing what they can to push all of their forces over the bridge so they can continue to push through. Make room for your fellow cavemen. They are definitely doing it right over here. They are pushing their line through, so all of the cavemen can continue to pour in on the other side, because there is a lot of them. Alright, checking out bridge number 2. Still a lot of cavemen on the other side here, but same formation. The cavemen are pushing their way through, pushing the line, fighting in the water. Amphibious assaults But there's plenty of space for the cavemen to pour into on the other side. They are making their presence known. Let's see, bridge number 3. All the stale bread over here. Okay, so we have on bridge number 4, cavemen trying to push their way through. So they have conquered the small little island over here. Alright, cavemen. Huh, it's so scary. Cavemen slowly pushing their way over. I am confident that they will make it, as they have with the other 3 bridges. Yeah, look at them all just pouring in. My God, there's so many of them. Oh my God. We got hot dogs peeling away, pushing their way over the hill. Where are they going? Trying to get a better vantage point, I guess. Alright, cavemen doing their thing. Alright, let's see. Body count. We got 56,700 cavemen, 79,000 of the Weenyworms. Take it away, AutoCam. Let's get some awesome vantage angles. Look at them go. So, Turtley List, I got a question for you. If you could see any type of character in one of these matches, do you have one in mind that you would like to see? So from this angle, we have the 3 active bridges in view. The far bridge is on the left side, bridge number 1, bridge number 2, then bridge number 3. So we got the cavemen making landfall on bridge number 3 finally. And as you can see, the cavemen are making a nice little dent over here with having all of their forces on the other side now. And it's only a matter of time before the 2 different platoons, herds, whatever you want to call them, meet. And then they can, join forces on the, in the same line. And there's a continuing flow of cavemen on the other side here. There's still so many of them. There's 50,000 of them still on the map. Around 70,000 of the Weenyworms. So still around the 20,000 difference. Cavemen, all-out war going on here. Hand-to-hand combat. Weenyworms, this is terrifying. Cavemen are getting knocked around. So it looks like the cavemen need to hold their ground and overwhelm the Weenyworms. Else it looks like the Weenyworms are able to knock the cavemen around. Some type of splash damage, impact force. But it looks like the cavemen are pushing their way to meet their other comrades over here. But what's trippy to us, the viewer, is the Weenyworms that are slithering through the stale buns on the ground. All right, so I'm sorry, that's all from the same group. Okay, so we have this big force over here starting to dwindle down. Weenyworms are starting to overwhelm these guys. Cavemen are starting to be pretty thin lined here, but these guys are trying to push their way through. Looks like these hot dogs, the Weenyworms, have the high ground over here. So there's that. Don't think the cavemen have seen Star Wars and know about the high ground, let alone seeing a TV in general. Alright, so the guys over here slowly still making progress, but there's a lot of hot dogs. So it looks like the difference is shrinking, 45,000 to 61,000. So that is a good thing that it's shrinking for the cavemen. But I'm not liking what this is coming out to be. So these cavemen are pushing their way through so fast that their forces are getting really thin. The lines are really thin to the point where it's just, chaos. And the Weenyworms are able to overwhelm them. That might be the cavemen's downfall. They don't stand together in formation, but the Weenyworms might prevail just because of that. Alright, we got 38,000 cavemen and 45,000 Weenyworms. There's so many of them. There's still a lot of cavemen. But this is a good opportunity to go to our could-be sponsor of the episode here. So, yeah, trying something new, seeing how this works. Here's a could-be sponsor of this episode.
March is National Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month. 1 in 24 people will be diagnosed with colorectal cancer in their lifetime, but you can make a difference today. Colonoscopy is recommended for all adults starting at age 45 or 40 for African Americans for regular screening. People with a family history of colon cancer or certain risk factors may need to start screening earlier or more frequently. Colonoscopy is one of the most common procedures performed in the United States. Millions of colonoscopies are performed each year. Colonoscopy is an effective way to prevent colon cancer. During a colonoscopy, doctors can remove polyps, which are precancerous growths in the colon. Removing polyps can help prevent them from turning into cancer. Colon cancer is often curable when it is detected early. Colonoscopy can help detect colon cancer at an early stage when it is most treatable. Colonoscopy is a safe procedure. Serious complications are rare. Most people experience little to no discomfort during a colonoscopy. You will be given medication to help you relax and feel sleepy during the procedure. A colonoscopy can also be used to diagnose other conditions, such as ulcers, bleeding, and inflammatory bowel disease. From my personal experience, I had to change my diet throughout 5 days prior to the procedure. The preparation is really the hardest part. You are flushing your system. I had a gas and lost 8 pounds. So if you are of the age, schedule to get one done. I'm glad I did.
Thank you very much for our could-be sponsor of the week. So technically, Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month is in March. But we didn't get those files until last minute. Oh my goodness, the numbers are getting close, ladies and gentlemen. 36,000 cavemen, 31,000 Weenyworms. And the cavemen are swinging away. That's a big force of cavemen right there. 35,000, 29,000. Moving right along. Look at the cavemen go. So being prehistoric, they're really working together. It's okay. This scene right here, this shot, it looks like the cavemen are working the Weenyworm fields. They're going through and they're harvesting their hard work. Alright, so we got 34,000 cavemen, 21,000 Weenyworms. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, the cavemen are outnumbering the Weenyworms. I thought that would happen eventually, but you never know in this game. And there is a gap in the defensive line of the cavemen, and Weenyworms are pouring in. It looks like there's a whole bunch of cavemen coming up to take care of that. Oh yes, they're still pouring in. Oh, their constant number of reserves just continuing to pour through. What a crazy scene. What a crazy matchup. And now it's about 2-1 caveman to Weenyworm. Oh my, the line is getting continuous now. So the caveman forces have connected from bridge to bridge, as you can see there in more of the darker sense. And cavemen are still pouring over the bridge. Nice constant stream there. 11,000 Weenyworms are left. And just under 33,000 cavemen are left. Let's take a look what's going on over here. Weenyworms waiting. And all the Weenyworms are... Okay, here's the cavemen right here. Nice condensed formation. Then dwindling over here. So the Weenyworms can... Well, not necessarily. I was going to say that they can start flanking, but you got a nice squad of cavemen over here holding the ground. Weenyworms, there is an opening right here. So they are able to get around the cavemen forces. So they do have a weak point over on this edge. But I don't think that's really going to do much. There's 7,000 Weenyworms left, and there's 32,500 of the cavemen. Oh, and there's a massive kill squad over here, and they are just running like mad. They are running and smacking with their clubs. 3,400 Weenyworms, 1,800 Weenyworms, and I have a feeling... Yep. So it looks like the whole force of the cavemen have destroyed all the Weenyworms over here, and they are pushing their way over to bridge number 4. 1,200 Weenyworms remain, and they're all scattered, mostly on the hilltop over here. But cavemen are working their way over. 1,000 Weenyworms. Jesus, you can see that caveman just get knocked down, but they get back up. Okay, 500 Weenyworms remain, and they're almost all on the mountaintop, or hilltop, I guess. Well, looks like so are the cavemen. 300, 200, 100, 30, 20, 10, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 2. They're all right here. 1. All one of them. Cavemen, you are victorious. Congratulations. Almost an hour long as far as the match went. Congratulations, guys. With 31,552 left, you guys are the winners. Congratulations. I'm so proud of you. Weenyworms, unfortunately, you did not make it. You gave it your best shot. You are a hot dog after all. So don't, give yourself such a hard time. Yeah, I'm going to call it. So that's all I'm going to do for tonight. The 2 other matches probably will go fast, but, I also thought this match was going to go fast, but there's choke points all over the place. So we'll save that for next week. I'm going to just go on to round 2 next week. But anyway, I'm done for the night. I'm done for the week. I will see you again next time, right here, Not Good Enough Gaming. Watch me live if you want, chat with me, get up on the board like that. Friday nights, 10 p.m. on Twitch, or check it out on YouTube, which is probably what you're watching right now. Not Good Enough Gaming. That's all that I got for you tonight. Oh, and you know what? I'm going to be doing something else. So I'm doing some fun horror scopes, right? But it's gamer lingo. Should be interesting. Anyway, trying something else. That's all I got. Later. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep. Beep.
This is Not Good Enough Gaming. Smash that like button, tickle the little bell icon, and share this like it's the next viral video. This has been a production of Not Good Enough Gaming. No gamers were harmed in the making of this video. Thanks for watching.